Hello everybody, this is TL ROM Hacks, and this is the third video in a deep dive series where we talk about what exactly are the changes and what do you get when you play my Donkey Kong 64 ROM hack called Tag Anywhere Plus. The subject of today's video is going to be the unlockables section. It's going to be pretty short because it's pretty straightforward, but what I'm going to do here as we start off is I'm actually just going to start an empty and new save file so that we're in a fresh state and that we don't have anything unlocked at all. The only thing I am going to change is I'll just change the new game spawn to DK Isles. Again, as a reminder, you can always access this menu pressing a D-pad up whenever you see that little D-pad icon in the bottom center. So that's all I've changed, just starting it so that we start with DK Isles. Everything else would be fresh and brand new. I'm going to use the fast forward function of RetroArch just to get through this cutscene. And what I'll point out is right now I have Tag Anywhere turned on, and I have it set to the D-pad, so you'll hear a denied sound effect. Tried to tag 3 times, I couldn't because there's no other Kong for me to tag to. So why I point that out specifically is we'll pause, hit D-pad up, and then we'll navigate to the right until we hit the unlockables menu. And kind of as it sounds, unlockables are just what can I unlock earlier from this menu if I want to. So a lot of these are very self-explanatory. I'll go ahead and I'll hit unlock for all of the Kongs. I'll hit B to exit this menu.
Okay.
Return to normal gameplay. And now as I tag, you'll see that I'm able to tag to any of those new Kongs because they're now unlocked. So that was the showcase I wanted to have, at least right there. Let's go back to the menu and call out something important. You'll notice that the settings menu and the fun fixes menu that we've talked about in previous videos have white text, but for some reason the unlockables menu has blue text. And what that means is that a blue setting is additive. And what I mean by that is that these settings are related to your save data, and so giving you the ability to turn something off or lower that value would actually corrupt your save data. So you'll notice that if I go to the unlock Diddy option, or in fact, let's just turn off all the Kongs, it's not actually going to re-lock those Kongs. I'll just show you. Still able to tag just like normal. And again, the reason for that is just to keep your save data in an uncorrupted state. You can unintentionally get yourself into some pretty weird states if I were to give you that ability to turn something like this on and off. So right now, all of the blue options happen to live in the unlockables menu, but in a future update, there might be some type of a setting I have in the future. So if you ever see a setting be blue, it just basically means that once you turn it on or once you raise its value, there's pretty much no turning that value back down. So another example would be like the, watermelons. Okay, I'll give myself 2. Okay. You can see now I have 2. The other thing I think I want to point out, let's go back to this menu, is the Simian Slam option. That is the ground pound move. You'll notice that right now in the menu it is set to none, but I also set my spawn location to the DK Isles. In order to leave and enter DK Isles, you need to have at least the first level of the ground pound, and without changing that off of none, you'll see that I do still have that move. So the point I have in pointing that out is that when you use the DK Isle spawn, we at least give you the bare minimum level that you need. But if I were to actually start a brand new game with, say, level 2, then you would actually see yourself leaving DK Isles with the level 2. So it always respects whatever is the highest level, whether that be what you would have gotten from leaving DK Isles versus maybe I even set it to level 3 and I've got that red level 3 ground pound. Next thing that I'll point out is a little bit of the homing ammo versus some funky upgrades. And this actually gets into the highlight I wanted to show in this video. I don't have this as a toggleable option, but you might have seen it in the trailer. You can actually switch between ammo types. So let's do a little tutorial of that. It doesn't matter if I buy homing ammo in Fungi Forest, if I turn on homing ammo here in this menu, or if I turn on unlock funky upgrades. Once I have the homing ammo unlocked, I then have the ability to switch on the fly between normal ammo and homing ammo, no matter which way you unlock it. The only difference in why I made these two different options is that unlock funky upgrades will unlock everything. So all the ammo capacity increases, the sniper scope, all the weapons for all the Kongs, plus homing ammo. This just gives you everything. I wanted to give people the option to only unlock homing ammo if maybe they wanted to play in an earlier world with that option unlocked once they had bought a given Kong's gun. So here's, we'll see the kind of display of that. I'll hit the B button to exit out the gameplay. You'll notice that I'm playing as Donkey Kong. I'll pull out his gun. And something I didn't think of is I don't actually have any ammo right now. So let me go back to our menu, our mod menu. And again, this is going to be the subject of a later video. But for now, I'm just going to turn on the infinite ammo cheats related to normal ammo and homing ammo. And so you can see right now, I'm shooting the normal ammo. I've given myself infinite amount. If I press D-pad down, I'll actually switch to the homing ammo, which is indicated by that red icon. A little tiny change I've made as well is that the projectile that comes out is also red. In the normal gameplay, even if you had homing ammo, the projectile would have been the same normal color, but just to give that distinction, I've changed that. And so you can get some cool combinations where I've got Donkey Kong right now, but I'll tag to Diddy. And he's set to homing ammo as well. I'll change that by pressing D-pad down. Maybe I'll go to Lanky, switch the ammo type again, switch back to Diddy. It doesn't matter. So it's just a nice quality of life feature there to be able to swap your ammo type. In the original game, there wasn't any means to switch between the homing ammo or the normal ammo, and that could kind of cause some frustration sometimes. So this gives you that ability. The one thing, again, I'll stress and that I'll mention is that toggling between your homing ammo versus your normal ammo is one, again, dependent upon unlocking homing ammo in the first place, but it's also not actually a toggleable option. It's simply just through the D-pad down, and if you never touch that button, then you'll never toggle between them. I don't know if there's much else. Let's double check the unlockables menu here. A lot of these, again, are very self-explanatory. I think the only other things I'll cover are maybe the all levels open and banana fairies. So the all levels open, what that does is it creates it so that you can go to every lobby and into the portal for each world. It also turns in 7 out of the 8 keys to Caelumsea. The last key is still in the Hideout Helm world. Basically just gives you free access to entering every world at your leisure, rather than having to go through the normal process. And then the thing I want to point out with banana fairies is that the options are incremented in 0, 2, 6, 10, 15, and 20. Those are the exact same numbers that unlock different cheats or settings in the main menu, that mystery menu with the banana fairy on it. The other thing to call out with the banana fairies is that I can give myself 20 on this save file, and that will pretty much give me all of the banana fairies through all of the worlds. It doesn't impact other save files. So if I were to go to another save file, it would still have, like a fresh one would still have 0 banana fairies, but that mystery menu is shared amongst all 3 save files. So if I hit 20 on at least one of them, that means that main menu will show all of the unlockables through collecting all of the banana fairies. That's pretty much it with the unlockables menu. Pretty easy one. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you in the next video.